Hey, what's good everyone? In today's session, I run the hottest that I've ever ran in my entire life. With that being said, let's get it.
I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want.
Today, I go play the 1-2 no limit game at the final table. I buy in for the max $400. I get my chips and head to the table. Starting off the session, we're playing short-handed and start off with a double board bomb pot. The flop on the top board is 3 jack ace with 2 spades, and the bottom board is 8-5 ace with 2 diamonds. I flop a royal flush draw on the top board, and don't really have much on the bottom board. Action checks through, and the turn on the top board is the king of spades. Say what? I hit a royal flush, and the bottom board turns to 8 of spades. C2 leads out for $15, C3 calls, and when action's on me, I want to start building a pot because I for sure have half of it locked up. So I raise it to $75. C2 calls for less, and then C3 folds. The river on the top is a 4 of spades, and the bottom board river's a king of hearts. I show my royal flush, and my opponent shows trip 8s on the bottom, and we chop the pot. Alright. Starting off the session with a royal flush. Not too shabby. I think this is a sign of what kind of session is about to come. Playing short-handed, I pick up queen jack of diamonds on the button and raise it to $15. 3 players make the call, and we go 4 ways to a flop. The flop is a fun one. 10-9-5 all offsuit. I have 2 overs and an up and down straight draw. The small blind leads out for $25. Only 1 player makes the call, and when action's on me, I could go either way, raising here or just flat calling in position. So I decide to just make the flat call being in position, and we go 3 ways to a turn. Turn is not the best as it pairs the board with another 10. Small blind leads out again, this time for $30. The big blind calls, and I make the call as well. See you on the river, baby. And the river is the king of diamonds, now completing my straight. Then the small blind ships it all in for $105. The big blind just makes the call, and when an action's on me, I pretty quickly make the call. Both opponents show that they turned a set of 10s, and I take down the pot with my river straight. Let's go, baby. This session is starting off great. As some time goes by, we finally get a full table, and I pick up pocket jacks in the cutoff position. C3 raises it to $7, and when action's on me, I 3-bet it to 25. Only C3 makes the call, and we go heads up to a flop. The flop is 5-8-3 all offsuit. Can't ask for a much better flop than that. He checks it over to me, and I bet out $30. He then snap raises it to $75. What is he raising me here with? Did he flop a set? Have some weird 2 pair or straight draw? He only raised me $7 pre-flop. So I'm putting him on some small ranges of hands he can have here. Just make the call for $45 more, as I just can't fold an overpair on this kind of flop. The turn is a 6 of spades, and he snap goes all in for $219. I just don't see how I could fold here. I tank for about a minute before making the call. He shows ace 8 for top pair with top kicker. Come on, no ace, no 8. No ace, no 8. And the river is a 9 of diamonds. Whew. I show my jacks and we're good, and we stack them. Pocket jacks are always just so tough to play. Moving on, I pick up 7 deuce offsuit, aka natural 9 in baccarat, in the cutoff position. A few players limp in for $2, and I raise it to $16. 2 players make the call, and we go 3 ways to a flop. And what do you know? The flop is 7 queen 7, and I flop a set. And this is exactly why you raise pre-flop with 7 deuce. Action checks to me, and I decide to get a little sneaky here and check back being in position. I want to give my opponents a chance to bluff at it since I pretty much flopped the nuts here. The turn is a jack of diamonds and the small blind leads out for $30. Under the gun folds and I raise it to $75. Gut feeling here is that he is on a flush draw. I don't see why he will lead out with a pair of jacks when the flop is paired and has an overcard. Small blind makes the call and we go heads up to a river. The river is definitely a scare card as it pairs the board again with another jack. He then rips it all in for $114. Well, I didn't play 7 deuce and to actually make a full house with it, just to fold on the river. So I make the call for $114 more and he shows 4 or 5 of hearts for a brick flush draw and I stack him. Just a few hands later, there's a $5 straddle on the button. No, I don't play 7 deuce again, but I do pick up queen deuce. At least they're suited this time. I make the call for $5 along with a handful of players, and then the button raises it to $20. I make the call and we go 6 ways to a flop. And the flop is deuce deuce ace. Hey, let's go baby. When action's on me, I bet out $2. Yup, you already know. I'm putting the button on ace king, so I like this play a lot better than just checking, because I feel like it makes me look very weak and it's going to force the player's action, especially if they have a strong hand. Cutoff calls and then the button raises it to $42. Perfect. When action is back on me, I 3-bet it to $152. The cutoff folds and then the button decides to just make the call and we go heads up to a turn. The turn is a brick, a 9 of clubs. And bet out $225 and he quickly makes the call. And the river is the last deuce in the deck. I now have quad deuces and it's going to be really hard for him to fold if he has a full house with an ace in his hand. So I go all in for his remaining stack of $94 more and he snap calls. I show him my quads and we stack them. Hey, quad deuces baby, let's go. Alright, I am seriously on a heater right now. I straddle $5 under the gun and look down at king jack of diamonds. Such a pretty hand. 5 players limp in for $5 and then I raise it to $31. Only 2 players fold and we go 4 ways to a flop. The flop is a beauty. 2 king king and I flop a set. I down bet to $20 and they all quickly fold. Easy money. Just a few hands later, there's a $10 straddle on the button and I look down at pocket 8s, aka the snowman, in the cutoff position. 3 players make the call and I make the call as well. The button then raises it to $50. Only me and 1 other player makes the call and we go 3 ways to a flop. The flop is not too bad. King 3 6 and just 1 overcard to my pair. Surprisingly, action checks all the way through and the turn is an 8, now giving me a set. This is such a sneaky turn card because I don't see how anyone could put me on pocket 8s. Action checks to me and I bet out $75 and both players make the call. Oh my goodness, how great is this? The river is the last 8 in the deck, giving me quads again for the 2nd time tonight. I have never hit quads twice in one night. This is cray cray. Action checks again to me and I bet out $300. The button calls all in for less for $234 and the other player quickly folds. I show my quads and we stack them. If this was beer pong, I am no longer on heater. I have now caught fire. Alright, let's keep it going. Last couple interesting hands of the night. I pick up pocket kings. Undergun raises it to $18 and only 1 player makes the call and then I 3-bet it to $75. Only the player to my right calls and we go heads up to a flop. The flop looks like a pretty safe one. 4-3-10 with 2 clubs. He checks it over to me and I bet out $100 and he quickly calls. The turn is the queen of diamonds. He checks it over to me again, and I look down at his stack, and he only has about $250 left. So I call him all in, and then he tanks for about a minute before letting his hand go, and I take down another good sized pot. Last hand of the night, I pick up another premium. I look down at ace king offsuit in the cutoff position. Action gets raised to $18, and when action is back on me, I 3-bet it at $56. Only one player makes the call, and we go heads up to a flop. The flop is not the best, 3-7-10 with 2 diamonds, but I do have the ace of diamonds. He checks it over to me, and I bet out $50, and he quickly folds. And just like that, I rack up my chips from the hottest session that I have ever played in my entire life, and call it a night. What a session. I just got done, and I guess what they're calling these days is sun run. Well, I just sun ran the hell out of that session. I hit quads twice on the river and a royal flush on the double board bomb pot. Sick. I was in for the game for 400 and out for 25.19 for my biggest win ever. So a little over 2100. 21. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the river with quads twice.